The LeBron James reputation arguably has taken another hit. When you're the most popular player of your generation, obviously, you're going to get talked about more than the average Joe. But LeBron has tried to build his brand on being unselfish. Ironically, one of the greatest passers of all time is still somehow being labeled as someone that drives stars away, miserable to work with, and focused on everything but basketball at this point in his career. I don't understand how you could question LeBron's passion and motivation to win. It's simply unfair. He's arguably been the NBA's most durable athlete ever, but he's also one of the NBA's most branded athletes ever, which means he's going to post videos of his family on Instagram saying Taco Tuesday. He's going to post about his new movies and business ventures, and some of that rubs people the wrong way. In the last 3 years, we've seen multiple examples of guys going out of their way to be away from King James. In 2017, Kyrie Irving demanded a trade from LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers seemingly out of nowhere. Though Kyrie has never flat out said, "I demanded a trade out of Cleveland because of LeBron," it's safe to say LeBron was in some way at least part of Kyrie's demand for a change of scenery. I just wanted to be in an environment where I felt I could be taught every single day and have that demand from my coaching staff and have that demand from a franchise that would propel me to exceed my potential and see how far I can go. This is how Irving publicly described his trade request, but reportedly behind the scenes, one reason why Irving wanted out of Cleveland is because he found out about a potential trade that would have shipped the point guard to Los Angeles at the time for Chris Paul of the Clippers, a trade that LeBron James apparently signed off on. It was at that point Kyrie knew it was every man for himself, not just within the Cavs management, but even with the guy that he considered to be his big brother in LeBron James. Fast forward 1 year later, it was James eyeing a free agent exit out of Cleveland in favor of Hollywood. James joined the Lakers by himself. No Chris Bosh, no Kevin Love. He was the lone star to commit, and reportedly he put all his faith in Vice President at the time, Magic Johnson, to get another all-star caliber player. All signs pointed to Oklahoma City Thunder forward Paul George going close to his hometown, a team he had always wanted to play for, the Los Angeles Lakers. But not only did PG-13 opt to re-sign with the OKC Thunder, he didn't even give the Lakers a meeting, a completely 180 turnaround from a guy who demanded a trade out of Indiana in hopes of being a Laker? Think about it. What was the one major change within that Lakers organization from the time PG demanded a trade out of Indiana for Los Angeles? And fast forward to when Paul George was a free agent and had every opportunity to outright join the Lakers if he wanted to. The Lakers were in a terrible spot when Paul George demanded a trade and wanted to be there. But you didn't want to play with one of the greatest players of all time in LeBron when he's right there in front of you and you have to give up nothing to be there? Maybe you're saying to yourself, Paul George didn't want to play with another great player. He looks at LeBron as one of his rivals. He wants to beat LeBron, not play with LeBron. Okay, if that logic is true, explain this. Even in the summer 2019, Paul George is still finding ways to seemingly diss LeBron and the opportunity of playing with King James. The first opportunity Paul George had to leave the Thunder and head west to play for a Los Angeles team, he did. But to join Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. So he did want to be in Los Angeles. So he did want to play for a Los Angeles team after all. He did want to play with a top tier talent. He did not want to play with LeBron and the Lakers. And now even a guy LeBron thought he had a great relationship with, and former Cleveland Cavaliers general manager David Griffin, has quote unquote disrespected the throne. It was King James who publicly came to the defense of Griffin after the GM failed to agree to a new contract with the Cavs in the summer of 2017. Braun said, "If no one appreciated you, Griff, I did." and hopefully all the people of Cleveland. Thanks for what you did for the team for 3 years. We got us one. It was LeBron who recently supported Griffin's wife, New Business, by tweeting out to his 40-something million followers this tweet. In a recent interview with Sports Illustrated, Griffin categorized building around King James as miserable. Everything we did was so inorganic and unsustainable and frankly not fun. I was miserable. Literally, the moment we won the championship, I knew I was going to leave. There was no way I was going to stay for any amount of money. The now vice president of the New Orleans Pelicans even went on to criticize LeBron James's motives as a winner at this point in his career, despite not even being within the same organization as King James anymore. I don't think LeBron's the same animal anymore about winning. These comments even prompted LeBron to respond to Griffin subliminally on Twitter. The throne has been played with too much, and I ain't for horseplay. Ethers coming soon. We know LeBron cares about his image and how he's perceived by his peers, the media, and even the fans. So how does he fix this narrative? Not just for his legacy, but for the foreseeable future of King James's playing career. If he wants to continue to convince talents around the league to join him in the later years in Los Angeles, he has to change this narrative. And how does he do that? He has to win. You see, winning solves all. If you look at the consistent factor throughout the story, you vividly see people are willing to put up with any drama surrounding LeBron James as long as they're winning. But take away the success and all you have is drama. Drama that will likely blame you when things go wrong more than it will LeBron. And players, and now even management, are no longer willing to put up with it with a year 17 LeBron. Had he been in his prime, year 8, year 9, explosive at the rim, you put up with it. But not with a year 17 LeBron. But if King James wins, if King James wins, you don't have a choice. That's why this year is so important to LeBron James and his throne. You into sports, we got you. NFL news, I got you. NBA news, NBA highlights, NBA full coverage, feature stories, all that great stuff, I got you. We even got a little bit of Madden and 2K mixed in. Subscribe to this platform, and I got you. More quality content on the way. Subscribe.